Could the NBA, the league that constantly defies expectations, be on the verge of its most audacious, mind-bending trade in modern history? Are you ready for a scenario where two of the game's living legends, Giannis Antetokounmpo and LeBron James, both find new homes in a single earth-shattering five-team blockbuster? If you thought the offseason was wild, buckle up, because what we're about to dissect isn't just a rumor. It's a blueprint for a league-altering shakeup, a proposition so audacious it demands our full, undivided attention. This isn't just a trade. It's a potential paradigm shift, the kind of move that sends shockwaves from coast to coast and reshapes championship aspirations for years to come. The whispers have been growing louder, the speculation reaching a fever pitch. In the high-stakes world of NBA chess, even the most seemingly immovable pieces can suddenly be in play. This past offseason, the tectonic plates beneath two of the league's most iconic franchises began to rumble. First, there was Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, the cornerstone of the Milwaukee Bucks' recent championship glory. Reports surfaced that for the first time in his illustrious career, Giannis was considering his future with the Bucks. A chilling thought for Milwaukee fans, a tantalizing prospect for every other team. Then, the spotlight shifted to Los Angeles, where LeBron James, the undisputed king, seemed increasingly displeased. The narrative emerging from the Lakers camp suggested a strategic pivot towards building around the prodigious talent of Luka Doncic, a long-term vision that perhaps didn't align with LeBron's immediate, unyielding desire to win now. When you have a player like LeBron, nearing the twilight of an unparalleled career, every single season is a championship window, and any perceived delay can create friction. Enter Eric Pincus of Bleacher Report, a man unafraid to dive into the deepest, most complex corners of NBA trade speculation. Pincus didn't just propose a trade. He conjured a five-team, multi-layered behemoth, a deal so intricate it required a flowchart to fully comprehend. This isn't your everyday player swap. This is a grand ballet of assets, picks, and superstar aspirations, designed to send both Giannis and LeBron to new destinations. It's a move that would fundamentally alter the competitive balance of the league, creating new powerhouses and sending others scrambling to pick up the pieces. Let's break down this monumental proposal team by team and try to grasp the sheer scale of what Pincus has envisioned. The Brooklyn Nets would receive Dalton Knecht from LAL, Dwight Powell from DAL, and Jaden Hardy from DAL. For a Nets team in a perpetual state of retooling, this package offers a blend of promising young talent in Knecht and Hardy, along with a veteran presence in Powell. It's a clear signal of a long-term rebuild, acquiring assets that could grow with the franchise. The Dallas Mavericks would receive LeBron James from LAL, Bronny James from LAL, Andre Jackson Jr. from MIL, Tyler Smith from MIL, and Drew Timm from BRK. This is the headline grabber, the move that would send shockwaves through the entire NBA. The Mavericks, already boasting Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, would add the greatest player of his generation, along with his son, Bronny. It's a move steeped in both basketball ambition and narrative allure. The Los Angeles Lakers would receive Giannis Antetokounmpo from MIL, Olivier Maxence Prosper from DAL, Tyrese Martin from BRK, and two trade exceptions. The Lakers, in this scenario, pivot from one generational talent to another. Swapping LeBron for Giannis would ensure they remain firmly in the championship conversation, acquiring a younger, still in his prime superstar to pair with Luka Doncic. The Milwaukee Bucks would receive RJ Barrett from TOR, PJ Washington from DAL, Caleb Martin from DAL, Najee Marshall from DAL, a trade exception, a 2026 first-round pick swap LAL, a 2026 second-round pick LAL via TOR, a 2028 first-round pick swap LAL, a 2030 first-round pick swap LAL, a 2031 first-round pick LAL, and a 2032 first-round pick swap LAL. This is the classic superstar trade haul, a collection of solid, established players and a treasure trove of future draft capital. It's a painful but necessary reset for a team losing its franchise cornerstone. The Toronto Raptors would receive Daniel Gafford from DAL and a trade exception. The Raptors in this deal primarily act as a facilitator, shedding salary and acquiring a capable big man in Gafford, along with a trade exception for future maneuvers. Now, let's zoom in on the most contentious part of this proposed deal, the Dallas Mavericks' perspective. Why would they, or why wouldn't they, pull the trigger on such a monumental trade? Eric Pincus, in his analysis, lays out a compelling case for Dallas making this move. He argues that even though LeBron James is nearing his 41st birthday in December and is technically past his absolute prime, he still earned All-NBA second-team honors last season. That's not just still good, that's elite, game-changing production from a player who continues to defy Father Time. Pincus suggests that Dallas would conduct thorough due diligence to ensure they could get at least a couple more high-level seasons from James. Furthermore, the Mavericks, in this scenario, would retain their prize number 1 pick, Cooper Flag, along with key pieces like Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Derek Lively II, Max Christie, Brandon Williams, D'Angelo Russell, and Davis. The inclusion of Bronny James is, of course, a crucial element, a nod to the undeniable appeal and potential marketing juggernaut that comes with having both father and son on the same roster. Pincus also notes that Tyler Smith is the only other addition with a fully guaranteed contract, giving Dallas flexibility to fill out the rest of the roster with veteran minimums, potentially even saving a spot for Dante Exum, whose deal had yet to be made official. From this perspective, the Mavericks would be adding a living legend, maintaining their core, and gaining a unique narrative advantage, all while keeping their future cornerstone in Cooper Flag. It sounds like a dream scenario, a move that could cement their status as a perennial contender. However, as with any grand scheme, there's a counterargument, a stark reality check that casts a shadow over this seemingly perfect scenario. It has been widely reported and well documented that the Dallas Mavericks currently have no interest in trading for LeBron James. While they might be open to signing him on the buyout market, if he were to become available, the prospect of trading for him is a different beast entirely. The core reason for their reluctance is simple, yet profound. The Mavericks do not want to sacrifice their hard-earned depth to acquire a 41-year-old superstar, no matter how legendary. Dallas genuinely believes they are a title contender as their roster stands now. They've assembled a deep, versatile squad, and giving up a significant portion of that depth for a player, even LeBron James, who is nearing the end of his career, simply doesn't make sense to them. In this specific trade proposal, the Mavericks would be sending out a substantial package of players. Daniel Gafford, P.J. Washington, Najee Marshall, Caleb Martin, Jaden Hardy, Olivier Maxence-Prosper, and Dwight Powell. In return, they would receive LeBron James, Bronny James, Drew Timm, Tyler Smith, and Andre Jackson Jr. Consider the math. Dallas would be shipping out anywhere from 3 to 4 legitimate rotation pieces, players who contribute significant minutes and provide crucial versatility, defense, and scoring punch. In return, they would be getting back arguably 1 or 2 rotation-level players, even if one of them is LeBron James. The argument here is not about LeBron's individual brilliance, but about the overall roster construction. A team needs depth to navigate the grueling 82-game regular season and the punishing gauntlet of the playoffs. Losing multiple key contributors, even for an all-time great, could leave the Mavericks vulnerable to injuries, fatigue, and a lack of reliable options off the bench. It's a stark choice between top-heavy star power and the robust, resilient depth that championship teams often require. The Mavericks' current philosophy seems to lean heavily towards the latter, valuing a well-rounded roster over consolidating assets for one more superstar. The implications for the other teams are equally significant. The Lakers, by acquiring Giannis, would immediately re-establish themselves as a dominant force in the Western Conference. A Luka-Giannis pairing would be an absolute nightmare for opposing defenses, combining elite playmaking with unstoppable interior scoring and defensive versatility. For the Bucks, while losing Giannis is devastating, the haul of players and picks would provide a clear path to a competitive rebuild, allowing them to retool around a new core. The Nets would continue their asset accumulation, while the Raptors would gain a solid big man and valuable trade flexibility. This proposed 5-team trade isn't just a hypothetical exercise. It's a fascinating thought experiment that exposes the fundamental tension in NBA team building, the eternal struggle between acquiring unparalleled superstar talent and maintaining crucial roster depth. It forces us to ask, At what point does the pursuit of a legend become detrimental to the overall health and balance of a championship contender? The Bleacher Report proposal is a testament to the wild, unpredictable nature of the NBA, a league where even the most outlandish scenarios can suddenly feel within the realm of possibility. It's a reminder that in the world of professional basketball, the only constant is change, and the only certainty is that we'll always be on the edge of our seats, waiting for the next earth-shattering move. So, what's your take, basketball fanatics? Does this monumental 5-team trade proposal excite you? Or does it fill you with dread? Would you, if you were running the Dallas Mavericks, sacrifice your hard-earned depth for the chance to pair LeBron James with Luka Doncic, even if it meant a potentially shallower roster? Or do you agree with the Mavericks' reported stance, prioritizing depth and a balanced attack? We want to hear your passionate arguments, your strategic insights, and your wildest predictions. Hit that like button if this kind of blockbuster trade talk gets your blood pumping, and dive into the comments below to tell us, is this the future of the NBA or a step too far? Let the debate rage on.